YouTube? It's your girl here, Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How are you? I'm doing good here, coming off a crazy busy weekend, enjoying a 60th birthday party with a dear family friend. And my niece, we getting her sent off to Howard University. Her trunk party was this past weekend, and she's been blessed with gifts and gift cards. And I can't believe my girl is going to college. I remember when she was first brought home. It's crazy. I know you all can relate, you aunties and uncles out there, and of course moms, dads, grandparents. Let's get it cracking. And I do want to talk about how to stop being a victim. I'm going to speak about some other stuff, but this one is kind of near and dear to my heart. And this is how I kind of do my videos. I kind of ask God, or I go with my intuition, like, what do I really need to speak on? And this one jumped on top of another one. So, let me just keep it going. So what's up with being a victim? What exactly does that mean? It means you have a situation you are in and you're kind of stagnant in it, paralysis analysis. Sometimes we have to check that inner core of ourself. Do you feel you believe you deserve good things? Is this something from your past, how you were raised? Does these things seem out of reach to you? We speak on having our own business, having wealth, having the love of our life. But deep in our hearts, some of us, we feel we're not entitled to it. And we do the revolving door of shock, trauma, drama. And we sit and complain about it, but we forget that we have a lot of control over it. And the one that sticks out for me is the one I heard, more recently. When I talk about a client, I always want to throw that out there. Everybody thinking like I'm on here talking about what my clients tell me in confidentiality. I talk to more than clients, but it's one where someone is paying, when I say decent amount of rent, it's always $1,000 and up, because that's the going rate now. Wherever you live, mostly, I think it's about $1,000 and up. And I'm sure some people still a little under. I'm glad you all are. But if you're paying $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 in rent, whatever your rent price is, or more, New Yorkers, LA, I know you pay more. Chicago. So why do you feel you deserve slummy things? You're paying your rent every month. You're being a good tenant. You're not putting holes in the wall or destroying property. Why do you live somewhere where the floor doesn't look like wood? This is descriptions I got. Or holes in the ceiling. That's a victim-minded thinking. I'm not trying to come down on somebody that's down on their luck. They can't afford to move out. I know moving is expensive, but if you're paying your rent $1,200, $1,300 every month, you got to figure out how to get out of there if your landlord does not want to be held accountable to fix your apartment. Don't you deserve a good space to live in? So to get out of the victim-minded thinking, you have to first embrace and admit, I deserve better. I deserve better. The worst thing you can kind of hear is someone say, he treated me so bad for 30 years. He did this and he did that to me, and I just can't believe he did. Yeah, he did it. She did it to you. But we have to take accountability. As I was told when I was in therapy, even though I was in an abusive marriage, I held on to the trauma from that marriage, and I talked about it over and over in therapy. My therapist kept it real with me. She said, but Tammy, you have to give yourself 50%. I'm like, 50%? 50% of the blame for staying. And I'm like, it was abusive. You still can get out of it. And we don't make light of abuse on this channel, but we have to try to get out of these situations. To sit in the same situation and to keep complaining without any action or movement is victim thinking. Kind of doesn't matter what it is. I want to improve my finances. Hey, I just saw in a video, have you read a book about finances? Are you watching some videos to improve your finances? You say you want to do these things, but you're not doing anything. That is being a victim. You're at a job. It sucks. It sucks real bad. Have you tried to apply for something else internally? Have you updated your resume? Even if you haven't sent it out, have you updated your resume? These are actions saying, I want to get away from that job. We can't be the victim. I'm part of the victim crowd at times. I say, hey, it would be nice to meet a nice guy. I don't do a whole lot to throw myself out there. I'm not big on online dating. I'm more old school, and I feel like I did get out a lot this summer. So it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. But even that with me, I can do a little better, with throwing myself out there a little more. I shouldn't complain about not really having a date or going out until I really make solid movement towards it. I'm open to a cup of coffee and a glass of wine. I always tell my friends that, but I have my things that I can do to improve that. So all of us can always improve in some shape, form, or fashion, but to sit and complain and lie idle and lie dormant, we are part of the blame too. Don't be afraid. A lot of times it's our fear of a past experience that stops us from moving forward. Oh, I knew that wasn't going to work. It didn't work in the past. My friend tried to start their own business. It didn't work. Many businesses fail initially, but we get up on that horse and to go back to riding again. In the words of Aaliyah, you dust yourself off and try again. Being a victim is not attractive. Men don't like it. Women don't like it. And you see it on Ready to Love, where they just meet someone and they're crying over their last relationship or some trauma. Too much too soon, people. Too much too soon. It's good to be transparent, but for me, I'm not comfortable crying to a guy I just met 10 minutes ago over dinner. That doesn't feel comfortable for me. It's good to be vulnerable, but I think vulnerability has its time and its place. And please hit that like button and hit subscribe as I end the video. I forgot to say that. And drop me some comments on what you think about being a victim and how it does not help you. Take action. That's the best way to get rid of the victim thinking. You know what I'm going to say? Do your meditation, because that calms the mind. Sometimes being a victim is part of anxiety, paralysis analysis. There's a lot of things that cause us to have victim thinking, how we were raised. But you want to raise your self-esteem, know what you're worth, know what you desire, know what you deserve, but believe that it's possible. That's the key. You could say, your mouth can say any of these things, but the mind is what controls the body, everything. So believe that you can receive, and don't be a victim, because you're wasting time being stagnant. You deserve so much better. Tammy C. Walker signing off. I hope I helped someone. God bless you all. Bye bye.